Hi everyone, it's Christina with Christina Welch Art. Today we're going to be doing another long box top, and this time we're going to kind of go Southwest colors. So I'm using a variety of pigments. My first color is Caramel Drizzle. This is a TLP color. So pretty. I almost wanted a darker brown, but then I thought it'd be too dark. So this is the color we're going to use. We also are going to be using TLP Harvest Gold. It's a gorgeous gold. It plays very well. Very bossy, but it's gorgeous. And then we are going to be using, this is a color art pigment. It's a little bit of persimmon that I had left over. So we're going to use that in the pour as well. And then this is Lagoon. This is a TLP pigment as well. TLP pigments can be found on Fluid Art Co. And it's right there. It's in all my videos. So make sure you stop in and check out because they have everything now. They have the Josanya, they have the TLP pigments, they have Amsterdam Standard Series and the Expert Series. Every color in the Standard Series, and they're very, very reasonably priced. I was amazed at the prices. But they also carry the Australian Floetrol and everything that you need for blooming, boom gel, different kinds of tube paints. They have the silicone mats, cradle boards. There's so much to look at. So make sure you check out that website, fluidart.co. Alright, so let's get started on this one. I think I'm going to do, as usual, my 3 little blooms. So we'll do the 2 outside blooms first, and then we'll do the middle one to try to connect just a little bit. So it's more bold in the middle. If you do them all at one time, when you spin, you're going to lose the definition of the blooms. So I like to do them separately. So you need a good, healthy amount of pillow paint for this. I'm probably going to use almost a whole cup. So that is a 1/4 cup right there. Because you want to be able to get over your sides, and you want plenty of room to blow. So let's say that was 3/4 of a cup. That should be good. I let it run over because I have to get this groove that's in the side of the box. You don't want to leave that unpainted because when you go to resin, you'll see it and you'll be like, oh no. Believe me, I've had it happen once. Never did it again. So now I make sure that I paint that little lip in there all the time. So my box is taped just about to the very top, right underneath that groove. So when you resin, it flows over that groove and fills it in. And it's not rough looking. It looks actually quite nice when these are done. Okay. Let's let that rest for 1 second while I get my paints ready. So this is going to be a full video. Let me just torch a couple of those little air bubbles out. Now you won't see the finished product until later. I'll be showing it on my live. But I like to show the process of making these. Every one of them comes out different. So because I don't want the Lagoon to be so bold in your face, I am going to put it on the bottom. We just want that hint of turquoise. So then I'm going to do the Caramel Drizzle. And you don't have to use a ton of paint for these little blooms. Let's do the gold next. So we're not underneath the black cell activator. This way it may peacock some of the cells. And then the little bit of persimmon, because we don't want that to take over. Alright. Let's add a black cell activator. And we're going to blow this out. I'm using the little mini leaf blower. I get the attachments from Tracy Reed on Etsy. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description down below. So what we're going to do is open that up and glide it over the colors and not push the color out. This is why I like the turntable, because you can move it around. I'm going to move this pedal out just a little bit further. And it's okay because it's going to run off when I spin, but I needed something there to catch with that. And I'm not going to mess with it now because by the time I get back to this, the cells should be up and visible. So now we're going to work on this one here. Middle one we save for last. And you don't want a ton of paint there because, like I said, when you're pushing it out, you're just going to push it off. I goofed. So now I have to do this and then persimmon. Yeah. We'll do this one again. Getting late. I'm filming late. Please forgive me. Okay, let's get some black cell activator on there. I have to film when the puppies are in bed, because otherwise they want to be out here with me. Alright, let's blow this one. So I'm going to glide it. So you can do 5 petals, you can do 6 petals, you can do 7 petals. Just don't do 4. 4 leaves you with an odd-shaped bloom. Look how pretty that's opening up, though. So we're going to still leave them alone, and we're going to go to our middle. So we're going to go ahead with the lagoon. The turquoise did get lost, though. But it's on the outside edge. Maybe as it keeps opening, we might see a peek of it. I'm hoping. Caramel drizzle. Got a little light on that one, didn't I? Harvest Gold. I almost grabbed it again. Color Art Persimmon. I do want that bold, you know what I mean? I'm loving it with the black on top with the gold. The caramel drizzle's making it pop more too. Okay. Let's blow this one out. I like to open it up just a little bit. So now I want to make sure my bloom fingers, petals, are going over top of the other ones. It makes it easier to blend the 3 flowers together. We will do a little modifying here in a second. You see a couple of air bubbles. I want to get those now. It's really pretty. This is gorgeous. So I'm going to let this set for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes or so, and I'll be back. So hang tight. Okay, I'm back. Filled in beautifully, didn't it? Alright, so now we're going to modify it just a little bit. We want a little bit of definition in these petals, and I may need to connect a few things before I spin it. So I am going to grab here and bring in just a little bit. So when I do that, I pull straight up and wait till it's done with that little drip. Because if you pull away too fast, you'll have a strand of paint go across and you'll be like, oh no. We're not going to see this one on the end. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. And pull that one. See, I pulled away too fast. So if you pop it up, you might be okay. Straight up. It's like stringy stuff, so house paint is very rubbery, like, you know, the latexy stuff. Words are hard when you're tired. Okay, let's see what this one. Let's bring this in. I'm going to bring that in even though it's going to go off. Same here. Just in case. This one too. I don't want to go all the way into those gorgeous cells, but I do want to show where there's been a disruption. Okay. So I'm going to just a little bit. So I do want that lagoon to come in. That's probably going to go off. I shouldn't even waste my time over there. I'm going to do something here. Okay. No lagoon here, but I still want to do that. Alright, I think it looks pretty good. Let me torch a couple of air bubbles real quick. I normally don't like to torch house paint, but there's only a few, so I thought I would get them. Okay, gentle spins. So you don't want everything to like fly off your box top. Better to go slow and steady than to lose everything in the first spin. It's opening up beautifully. I do want that to go over a little bit more yet. Not quite as slow. Just to give it a little more centrifugal force. See, we can see that lagoon now. I still see that spot where my skewer pulled up. Oh, I wonder if I can fix it. It's a little better. One more small one. Now, I haven't had any issues with these boxes warping with the bloom technique. Only with acrylic pouring. But if you dry them flat, like once it starts to dry and you can get it flat, it'll dry flatter. That won't stay warped. Alright, I'm leaving it there because my cells were getting a little wonky. I wonder if I go the other way, if that will help. Okay. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. It's too pretty. So let me give you a close-up. So pretty. See how they got just a little wonky? Don't want to mess with it. But that's your showcase right there, is that middle one. The rest of it is there to complement that middle bloom. But I'm loving that. Yep. That one's done. Hey, if you're new here, subscribe. You can see all kinds of fun stuff that we do here on the channel. Click like, guys. Give me a like. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this color palette. I would like to try changing it up and putting the persimmon on the bottom and then layering it the opposite way. I think that would look cool too. But the Harvest Gold is just absolutely beautiful. But I am definitely digging this one. So I am very pleased, and this is where I'll leave you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.